Hi, my name is Victoria, and I am a member of the Alliance National Parent Partnership Council. And we are continuing to celebrate parents as heroes and acknowledging the many ways that families are helping their children and themselves manage all the emotions that come in the day-to-day and throughout this entire pandemic. Recently, I answered a question, and it got me thinking about what my fellow members of the council might also answer. And the question is, what tools do you find yourself reaching for when you are helping your child celebrate their uniqueness of themselves and others? So I'm going to go ahead and just have a conversation here with my friends, and we're going to answer this question so you can see what we use. I'm going to go ahead and start with Lucretia.
Hey, Victoria. This is an interesting question, and there are so many different things that I can think of in helping my children celebrate their uniqueness. But and I kind of try to focus a little more intentionally on celebrating the uniqueness of others. So there are lots of creative ways that we can do one-on-one things to celebrate their own individual uniqueness, but I like for them to notice that others are unique and different, and that I think sometimes that helps them realize that their uniqueness is even more special because we're all so different. And sometimes the way that we do that, or the way that I like to do that, is through books that have different topics, because I can sit down with them and do that one-on-one and so we have that quality time. We have time to have those quiet conversations where we can discuss their uniqueness, and also the book gives us a platform to celebrate and talk about some of the uniquenesses that others might have. I find that this also provides a really good space for them to have curiosity and candor on that one-on-one level, rather than out in public somewhere. Not that that's a bad thing, but it does help with those conversations like, Mom, why does this person look like this? Or why do I look like that? Or why are they different than me? And so the book just helps, or using books just helps us have those conversations where they have a little more time and a little more comfortability to ask some of those questions.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that and definitely can relate to those moments. I'm going to go ahead and ask Betty next. Betty, how do you help your child celebrate their uniqueness of themselves and others?
Thank you, Victoria. And I think my instance with my child is a little bit unique because we are a multiracial family. My son was adopted when he was 3 years old, and also he's a young'un and I'm an old'un. So we celebrate our uniqueness. He has Down syndrome, so I have to be on a lower level to talk to him about these things. And I talk to him about fingerprints, how everybody has a different fingerprint, and every snowflake is different. And there's differences in everything in life. Every leaf, every tree is different. And that's everybody is different. And just because they're different don't mean they're wrong or something is wrong with them. It just means that they are special. And he is a special person. I am a special person. And we treat everybody that way, just like special people.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm going to go ahead and move on to Martha. Martha, I'm wondering, what tools do you have to reach for to help your child or maybe grandchildren celebrate their uniqueness of themselves and others?
Well, one of the tools that I find that's particularly, it seems to meet I have 4 grandchildren now and another one on the way, and all of them seem to love this particular way of celebrating their uniqueness, and that is through creating things, often art. I keep paint supplies and everything that they need to do that, and give them total freedom. Often if the weather's nice, I'll take the easel outdoors and just let them go at it, you know, with all the paints and everything that they need, and watch the things that they create, because they all create something very unique and express themselves very clearly through the things that they create. So I love to watch that. It just fuels my enthusiasm to see how excited they are to create things. I have yet to have one child say to me, "Oh, I don't want to do that." It's always they enter into that activity with lots of enthusiasm, and it just brings it. It's a form of expression, and they all see how unique their piece that they create is from what the other ones create.
I love that so much, expressing themselves that way. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my friend Maggie. Maggie, how do you support your children celebrate their uniqueness of themselves and others?
Thank you. So my daughter Katie has been a vegetarian since she was 6 years old, and she's 9, and she kind of made that decision for compassionate reasons, because we are obviously animal lovers. We have a bunch of chickens that are precious to us and bring us a lot of joy. So we celebrate Katie being unique in that way by my other daughter and myself also having vegetarian meals. We have a freezer full of vegetarian options, and you know, we even at school we let them know that she is a vegetarian, and so she's given a vegetarian lunch at school. So sorry about that. So
No problem.
so anyway, that's how we celebrate Katie's uniqueness and the uniqueness of our family, and having a backyard full of chickens and even a turkey.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And we get to hear from Kara, my friend Kara. How do you help your children celebrate their uniqueness of themselves and others?
Thanks for asking that, Victoria. I think for me, the biggest thing is taking an interest in their interests. What we've done right now, my daughter is obsessed with horses. And so we literally, during the pandemic, found math problems that we could do that related to understanding and learning more about horses. We've done art projects tied to learning about like the different markings on horses. And what I think is really special is it gives us a space to come together in something that she's passionate about, because so often as a mom, I'm trying to teach her. And this is an opportunity where she actually gets to teach me. And she helps me to better understand why her passion is about horses. And the other big thing that I also look at, because I have 2 children, is my oldest, it was passionate about elevators and was only really young at the time. He still to this day absolutely loves them, but I reached out to my community and found someone that worked for the company he was obsessed with, and arranged a time for them to set up where they could talk to each other. And again, it was an opportunity for me to have a big aha moment when he was actually telling some of the technicians stuff that like kids just shouldn't know. And yeah, he knew it. And it was a proud moment for me where I could say, wow, when did you learn that? Where did you learn that? But really taking the time to have an interest in what their interests are, even if it's something that I completely don't understand, or sometimes have heard so many facts, I'm like, okay, can we talk about something different? But it's them. And it's really important that I honor that and give them that time and attention as a mom. And even my husband has taken a big interest in this. And it's just a part of our life and a part of our day today.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And thank you so much, all of you, for sharing how you empower your children to develop a positive identity that goes around how they're unique. Thank you all for being here, and you have a great day.
Bye.